Get this straight. 3 and J. Prince Jr.
I'm gonna say this one last part. Everything else I believe from Ben said the same. This is what they said. So they saying, I guess, so J. Prince Jr. comes off the elevator, right? He sees AllStar Jr. I'm gonna keep it a beam. They said Ben 10 was on bad timing. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, apparently they went to some other spot. They said 10 was just, it was just one of them days. He itching to just get on niggas' ass type shit. You feel me? 3 is like, yo, bro, it's my birthday, nigga. Chill. We got our family in here, your daughter here, my mama here. Chill. 10 is on bad timing, alright? So they at this dinner, everything is cool. Like, they kind of see this nigga, but they don't really know whatever. When J. Prince Jr. come on, like, he see the nigga, and I think they might have had some words, but now it's a little tense.
This story is dumb. So, remember, we said, yo, bro, he didn't know him. If y'all sat in the same place, in the same space, and all that crap, and y'all didn't even know each other, bruh, you would have to think to yourselves, hey, we already chilling in this spot. This dude chilling in this spot. We obviously ain't said nothing, no words or nothing like that. He ain't paying attention to y'all. Y'all ain't paying attention to him. So what changed? What shifted? That would be who? That would be James Prince Jr. coming in. Y'all say, oh, we worded. Man, just listen to this BS, because you just basically gave motive. If what academics is saying is true, and he talked to OG3 and he talked to Ben 10, y'all just gave motive. Y'all literally just said, oh, man, there wasn't no problem before. There wasn't none of this shit. Listen to how incriminating this damn explanation gets, because it's fairly fascinating.
See, and that's the part that really don't add up, because a lot of the stories coming out now are saying that J. Prince Jr. didn't tell Ag or Ben 10 or Dead End to get involved in whatever was going on with AllStar Jr. and J. Prince. They're saying AllStar Jr. came in already mugging, looking off. You know, he spotted J. Prince Jr. outside the restaurant, and then once they all went inside, that's when things escalated from what it sounds like AllStar Jr. was already on edge, or whatever the case may be. He was clearly feeling some type of way. So I'm assuming nobody really knew who was going to be there. This whole situation just unfolded right there in the moment, and when everything finally went down, that's how it led to exactly what we're seeing right here.
Talking to 10 and talking to 3, I will be honest, they both cleared J. Prince Jr. This is how it was explained to me. They said J. Prince Jr. didn't tell us to do nothing. Nobody running around getting controlled by J. Prince Jr. This is OG3's birthday. 10 don't even really know J. Prince Jr. like that. 3 is cool with J. Prince Jr. They reconciled, blah, blah, blah. And J. Prince Jr. shows up late. Niggas didn't even know he was even going to show up. He shows up supposedly, niggas didn't even know that the AllStar Jr. nigga was there. They didn't know the significance of him or nothing like that, because the 4K trade niggas don't really got no problem with him. Apparently when J. Prince Jr. show up, he locks eyes with the nigga or something like that. And niggas, I don't know if they have words, but niggas can see there's tension. Now, the 4K trade niggas is they basically just on go, nigga, we not about to just me mug a nigga, yo, let's go, let's get that nigga. So it's kind of like something of the sort.
So let me get this straight. That's how you know there's definitely more to this story, because how do all of y'all end up in the same circle, same restaurant, same day, 30 minutes apart? That just doesn't sit right, you feel me? Like there ain't no other spots in Houston to eat at. That was the only place popping that night? It just sounds off, because now all of this is supposedly circling around a woman, some mean mugging somebody, staring somebody down. So you telling me somebody lost a finger, Ben? 10 got shot multiple times to the point people were saying he was paralyzed and unalived all over a look. Over some baby mama drama? Now that's wild, gotta do better.
Get this straight. 3 and J. Prince Jr. are cool. JR starts mugging everybody, and then y'all start fighting him.
Stupid.
I'm trying to listen to the logic of that, but it escapes my mind. It escapes the mess out of me. So you telling me that this fool had words with him, and then basically y'all start mean mugging and all this shit? No, what it sounds like, and y'all correct me if y'all think I'm wrong, what it sounds like is James Prince Jr. basically tried to talk tough in front of everybody and all that stuff, and basically let y'all know, hey man, I got problems with him, and that's that. If that's true. If you want to believe that story. So y'all got problems with him. He don't know y'all. He mean mug y'all. Y'all go punch on him. Right? Rolling?
10 been on bad timing the whole day, bro. So basically, 10 of them get on JR. I'm hearing. Get on JR's ass. Now, from what I'm hearing, they did a confiscation. It was like, all right, let's get this. We got this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's relieve you, you know what I mean? Cuban is ours. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Now, this is the part that I don't know about. They say, yo, we knocked the nigga out like 4 times. They said on the 4th time, this is crazy. Stupid. They said we had to wake the nigga up. Now, I don't know if this is believable. They said we had to wake the nigga up. Imagine, they said they woke the nigga up for being knocked out. And they said, I ain't gonna lie, I swear. Well, that's what they told me. They said, the 4th time after he been knocked out, like, cause it was, they just kept, they said, we don't know how this nigga found that strength, but the nigga was just moving. And all of a sudden, I guess somebody dropped some, and that's when that happened. But I think they thought that, yo, we done knocked him out, did whatever. Like, this nigga's weak as, but they said that nigga woke up.
Ben said that
like,
AllStar Jr. was actually the one with Ben 10 dead end, didn't even have a gun, according to him. AllStar Jr. dropped his gun while getting beat up, then picked it back up and started shooting. But the reason he's trying to flip it and say Ben 10 and them had it is because he's a felon. And obviously he don't want that charge coming back on him as a convicted felon with a weapon. And on top of that, that's why the robbery angle is being pushed. Because allegedly that's not even what happened from what people are saying. This wasn't about a robbery at all. It was just a fight that got out of hand. Me personally, I feel like there's a cover-up going on at the end of the day. AllStar Jr. doesn't want that snitch label on him, and Ben 10 definitely doesn't want to end up behind bars, so it feels like they're trying to keep everything in the streets, if you know what I mean. But with all these different versions floating around, nothing is really lining up anymore. If you ask me, none of it is starting to make sense.
Yo, and just grab whatever and, you know, da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da, but they're saying that the confiscation already happened. Because the way they would tell me was like, they was keeping it real. They were like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, they did too much to that nigga. Like, yo, we already took the shit. Like, you know what I mean? We just giving BTA. You know what I mean? Just applying a little bit of belt. But that one time he woke up, the nigga woke up like he was on some peptides, bro. Like, that nigga just, I don't know. So the nigga woke up, they tussling again, and the nigga managed to get free and grab some shit that fell on the ground.
So they admitted to you aggravated assault and robbery down there. Okay. Because what it sounds like, right? It sounds like it's only goddamn James Prince Jr., OG3, and Ben 10. Academics are spinning this in a way that you understand why having friends in media works itself out. I'm not tripping off of him spinning it that way because that's why they cool with him. This is what relationships do for you. He just basically made it seem like, oh, bro, hey, man, listen, they just got into a fight. It was only just Ben 10 just beating the mess out of him. You don't even mention Daddy and Ron at all. Okay. All right. Y'all believe this bullshit yet? Because I certainly as hell don't. But let's continue on. Let's get this last part out.
Obviously, you know, a fucked up situation in a lot of sense. You know, I talked to 3 people who saying that 3 left. You know, this was a birthday event. Ben 10's daughter's there. OG3's mama's there. This is not that event. You know what I mean? It's not that event to be doing all of these things. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, truth be told, like, you know, even 3 was like, yo, 10 kind of apologized to me for even getting on that type of time because it shouldn't have been that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a birthday party, you got a family around, this and third, and, you know, we had conversations about shit like that. So, you know, and the idea of 3 leaving or running and leaving Ben 10, straight up he tells me, he's like, yo, bro, clearly that's not true. Finish him. Like, yo, first order of business, when shit start going down, I gotta get 10's daughter out of there. I gotta get my mama out of there. There's a woman that was, I didn't even know that was 3. there's a woman that was pulling on a dude that was 3's mom. And essentially he got all the family out of there. And he said when he came back, shit already kind of happened.
That don't make sense at all, bro. That's literally why his mom was there, to make sure nothing like this went down. Y'all already know how moms are. They step in as protectors every time. And in this situation, that's exactly what we're talking about. If something popped off the way it did, it was her job, along with the restaurant security, to try and control it. And there was security there. You can even see someone grabbing AUG 33 and pushing him toward the door. Now, a lot of people are saying they saw AUG 33 in the mix before the shots were fired. I didn't see that. What I saw was his mom pulling him. And then someone else, probably security, grabbing him from behind and dragging him toward the exit. I've replayed that video multiple times trying to catch where he was during all of it. But the last thing I clearly saw was his mom pulling him and then security stepping in. And y'all gotta remember, some of these people got money. So if you're going to an event where you don't even know who might show up, why wouldn't you move secure? Why not have someone with you who can legally carry? But I don't know, I'm still calling cap on parts of this. I feel like all G33 heard those shots and decided, yeah, I'm staying out of this. Meanwhile, Ben 10 was on demon time. Dead End was on demon time. J. Prince Jr. was on demon time. And somebody in that situation had to be thinking clearly. Somebody had to be the brain in the room. Y'all also gotta remember, Old 33 is NBA YoungBoy's manager. He's not slow. He knows exactly how to move and how to stay out of situations when things go left.
There's police rushing in, so you know what I mean? It's like,
so that might be who I seen then.
James in the chat, what up?
If that's the story that you wanted for a bag, keep that shit. You would have had a better chance of saying you dove out the window and turned into a bird. You damn near would have been better saying, man, I whooped on him first and everybody was watching me and all of this stuff. And then next thing you know, it looked like he had, you know what I'm saying, a wobbity wop on him. And that's when all my people decided to rush him because of that. That bullshit right there, he just tried to sell y'all. Is y'all buying it? Some of y'all gullible, so you will. You knocked him out 4 times, took his stuff. Really? Really? So you took his chains after knocking him out once, but you were so enraged and all of that and everything that you had to knock him out 4 times? Right. What it sounds like is you got what your ass deserved to get. What it sounds like, you earned every bullet you earned that goddamn night. What it sounds like is good for AllStar Jr. because you decided to crash out for somebody who don't know you, who ain't putting a penny towards your hospital bill, and ain't doing shit for you. You crashed out like a broke bum. Maybe you thought by doing this would get you in cahoots and get you cool with Buddy, and then y'all can hang around. Y'all can hang on out. Bro, let me tell y'all something, man. Rest in peace to Takeoff, but after that situation happened, I would never be around them niggas. I would never be around anything mob ties at all, especially James Prince Jr. Me personally, if I ever see James Prince Jr., I'm walking the other way because I know somebody around him gonna die. It ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be somebody around him that's gonna die. And just like normal James Prince Jr., I had nothing to do with that, so I walk on up out of there. Then 3 gonna lie and say, oh, my mama got me up out of there and she pulled me up out of there and all this shit and I had to save the kids. No, you was getting pulled within 10 seconds. That's when they let them shots off and your ass ran. You ain't goddamn, man, get the F out of here. You would have been better off saying, man, look, they was fighting over there and all that shit and I was on that BS, but shit, once them shots fired, I had to take care of the babies and the girls. That's what you should have said. Other than that, your punk ass did run. You did. Flat out. All that tough guy shit that they trying to still exude, you're a victim who try to victimize somebody. This is why the laws work the way that they do. So with all due disrespect, that story is trash. You want somebody to purchase that bullshit and do what with it exactly? What are they supposed to do? Binge spin it? Y'all let me know your thoughts on this one. I'll be curious to dive in the comments. If you guys are going to believe Ben 10, what part of that story makes the most sense to you? Because I'm trying to understand it. If you can help my slow stuff out, please help my dumb ass out, because I truly.
And that's what I've been saying, right? I even mentioned this in one of my last videos. I wouldn't want to be around mob ties because it feels like every time there's an event, something goes wrong. It never fails. This is like the third situation now. First was Takeoff, second was Duke the Jeweler, and now all of these events were tied to mob ties and J. Prince Jr. So yeah, Houston, y'all gotta stay alert, stay sharp, because as long as J. Prince Jr. is active and moving around the city, this is the kind of energy that seems to follow Enjoy the Parties, if you want. But at this point, it's like you almost gotta expect something to go left calls an ambulance real talk. But let me know what y'all think about all this. Till next time, I'm out.